Hey, it's just me, Paula Poundstone, introducing you to my goofy little game show, Nobody Asked You, starring Paula Poundstone. And we tape it right here in my house on Zoom, right? As you, I'm sure, know by now, Zoom is one of the many curses of the year 2020. It's kind of a double-edged sword, Zoom is. You know, it's great that we have it, and it's awful all at the same time. In fact, someday we won't even say double-edged sword. The new expression will be, it's kind of a Zoom. So anyways, I guess that the beginning of the tape somehow screwed up. I don't know. But anyways, I'm here to tell you, welcome to Nobody Asked You, starring Paula Poundstone, a goofy little game show. I hope you enjoy it. The nation's cry for a show like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous to come back. And so here it is. If you enjoy the show, I think Tony will post a thing, tip me $1. There's a little tip jar link, tip $1, and then we can keep making the show. Simple as that. All right, so we have 2 contestants. By the way, I don't know where you guys live. It is 100 and fuck out here. It is so hot. And I live in a house with 10 cats and 2 big dogs. It's like we're in a biosphere that has a function that's not working very well. And so it's just gone rancid. And everyone's banging the glass trying to get out now. We're pleading with the experimenters, take us out. We were kidding when we signed that thing. So we have 2 contestants, and Tony has talked to them ahead of time. And so Tony and Anita Hull, our producer slash technical director, will now introduce our contestants. And wait a minute, there's a thing in the middle of my, there, I clicked it. Okay, wait, then whose face is that? It's Michelle Sell's face. Hey, Michelle.
It is.
Yeah. Nice to see you. Now, wait a minute. Before we meet the contestants, Michelle, are you a nobody? Are you a listener to Nobody Listens to Paula Poundstone?
Religiously.
Oh, I'm very flattered.
Michelle.
I just listened to the one about the cats and the dogs licking their butts.
Oops.
Thank you, Captain Crinkle.
Was that? I forget. It was something Captain Crinkle said, right?
Yes, and your nobody, Ed, we thought he was probably just falling over regurgitating at that point.
Oh yeah, the guy who gets upset when I say gross stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. I think he's long left us because I think because Bonnie's brought us to a bad place more than once in terms of gross. What do you do for a living?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I'm a professional harpist.
Oh, wow.
That big thing in the back.
Oh, I didn't even see it. I thought it was a hookah.
Paula, I put that hat on the harp just for you.
Oh, thanks. So a professional harpist, then you must be, then you can't go to like the harp festival, right? Because
yes, I haven't been going anywhere really.
Wow.
At least with the harp.
Yeah. So what have you done with your time, Michelle? You're with us, and that's good. It's good for your mental health,
It is good. I've been exercising a lot and writing a lot of vote forward letters to voters in states where we're not sure they're going to get out and vote.
Oh, yeah. I just signed up for a thing online to volunteer to be a poll worker.
Good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, at first I thought it was a pole dancer. That's what. And I thought, they need volunteers for the pole dancing. Well, then they're not going for the really good ones. Why not me?
Oh, you'd be excellent, Paula, at that. Yes.
Well, thank you very much. All right. So anyways, I'm going to let Tony, our technical director and producer, introduce us to our contestants.
Absolutely. So we have Jonathan, who is a friend of the podcast, friend of Captain Crinkle, joining us with his good friend, Craig. Craig and Jonathan met after a half marathon in Disney World many years ago and became the best of friends. Jonathan was the best man at Craig's wedding, and they've written a book together, and we're just so thrilled to have them here.
All right. So, Craig, you actually live in Florida, right?
Most of my life. Born here, raised here. I left for school and somehow made it back, and hot as balls here too.
So you did a marathon at Disney World?
Yeah, we've actually run them on both coasts. So we've run them at Disney World and at Disneyland. My 40th birthday present to myself, for some spectacular reason, was I'm going to start running, and so I started running half marathons and actual marathons, and just keep running. And Jonathan and I happened to run into each other, so to speak, at one at Disney World many years ago.
Boy, the idea that anybody would run in Florida at all shows that's an act
Well,
of bravery.
the same part of it was at least the race was at night.
Say that again.
So the
they're
sun
at
was.
night?
Yes, the race was at night. The sun was down, still humid and still hot, but at least not sunny. So.
No, but it's always the air there it's like running through hot peanut butter.
It is. It's like you walk outside, it's like the air hugs you in a way that's like an inappropriate hug from an uncle.
That's a great description, Craig. All right, so I have a question. Running a marathon at Disney, is Goofy fast?
No, you can think the big feet help, but they actually get in his way.
Yeah,
Not aerodynamic.
I would think. Sport Goofy, I would think he wasn't very good at that. Well, we were at Disneyland one time when my son must have been about maybe, I don't know, was he 8, 9, 10, maybe, or maybe a little less, I don't know. But not a toddler, but a young boy. And we were in line for the Matterhorn, and they have the chains, to keep the line. And, there's signs everywhere saying don't sit on the chain. And we've been there a million times, and I've told him don't sit on the chain. But he was sitting on the chain. And Eeyore came, he was sort of up this little incline from us. Eeyore made the beeline for my son and pushed him off the chain. And it was sort of like, I watched it happen. I was standing right beside my son. It just never occurred to me that Eeyore would be violent. He was federal Eeyore.
Didn't have a name. I know he's depressive, but I think he actually might be a little manic too. So I guess it would make sense.
I guess so. It was so weird. It reminded me of the time my daughter and I were backpacking one time, and we were at a campsite, and a little dog ran towards me from a distance, but ran right up my body. And as it came towards me, I thought, well, it will know that I'm a dog person, right? And it would be good. And the dog ran straight up my body and bit my hand. And it's not like I couldn't have done anything about it. It just never occurred to me that it was going to happen. I thought, well, he's going to warm up as he gets near me. He's going to become more loving as he gets towards me. That's what I thought about Eeyore. All right, so Jonathan Bowman, where are you?
I'm down in San Diego, California.
Oh, is it hot there right now?
It's really, really, really hot. Yeah, I've been having to set my alarm to wake up right when it starts getting light out so that I can walk the dog. Because otherwise, I'll just be sitting on the couch for 10 hours. Oh,
my dogs won't walk in the heat.
Yeah, no, mine won't either.
They'll get to the shade of a tree and sit down and just won't budge. They're like, well, this was a bad idea. Is your dog there in the room with you? Or?
Yeah, she's right here.
It's his dog, Nala. Wait, wasn't Nala? Oh my God, this looks like an ASPCA commercial. Won't you give? I recognize Nala from one of those late night commercials, but she didn't have that, hipster collar. So Jonathan, what do you do for a living?
I'm a professor at the University of San Diego.
And what do you teach?
I teach communication, so the kind of touchy-feely stuff, friendships, romantic relationships, that kind of stuff.
There's a college course on romantic relationships?
There actually is, and I get to teach it every semester. It's wonderful.
Really?
Students love it. They love it, yeah.
What kind of shit do you say in that class?
Actually, in their current lives, but stuff that'll help them in the future. So it's all about how to better communicate, how to be more open and honest in your relationships, when maybe not to share everything about yourself. So kind of just preparing people for those kinds of interactions.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, I'm single. I've always been single. I will always be single. And I've been on, I believe, 5 dates in my entire life. And
Ooh.
clearly they didn't go that well. But I think, but I can't help sharing everything. Like, okay, like right now, technically, one might think I would be interviewing you and Craig. But I can't help talking about myself, which is probably, so that, do you want me to maybe come to your class as a, as like an exhibit?
Yes. Exhibit A, and all the students will stand around you and point and figure out how to help you.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So give these guys, give our audience, it's Zoom, it's not really an audience. Give our flat friends tell them something that you tell about communication in a relationship to your students.
I like to tell people about the idea that there's differences in the use of feedback cues. So some people use feedback to let someone know, yeah, I understood you, I'm done, you can move on. And other people mean it to say like, hey, that's great, keep telling more. And so that causes a lot of problems in relationships where, you know, the one person is talking and the other person tells them to shut up, and, you know, non-verbally, but they assume that they're being told to keep talking. So that's where you get a lot of those kind of old-fashioned stereotypes about someone nagging someone or someone like not opening up. It's just because of those differences in like the nodding, the oh yeah, huh? Like the kind of stuff that we're all doing to each other right now on Zoom.
So, all right, so you're saying that if you're talking to me and I go, oh, really? Like, like that I'm telling you not to keep talking?
Like some people would hear when you say they'll think that you mean, yeah, I got it, you can shut up now, which is really interesting. So you don't want that situation to happen, because if I told you to shut up and you kept talking, I'd be irritated. But if I really wanted to share something and I thought you told me to shut up, that'd totally make both of us upset as well.
Yeah, this seems, yeah, okay. I'll tell you something, Jonathan, and if you want me to come to your class, you know, when the virus is over and talk to them about this, I'll be happy to. There are 2 kinds of people in the world, and when they couple properly, it will be successful.
Yes.
There are people who like the tiki birds at Disney. And that's all there is to it. All right, you guys. So Jonathan and Craig will be earning points today for what they know about each other. And let's see, there's only 3 questions in the whole game. The first 2 I like to call round 1. And they're just straightforward questions. And you get 2 points each when I remember to give you 2 points for those questions. And then the third question, question number 3, which is number 1 in round 2, is a do you know if he knows question, which I'll explain when we get closer. And for that, you would receive 3 points. And you know, it's not like wait, don't tell me, where you're just playing so that you can say you won. There's real prizes in this show.
Oh, wow.
You can the winner can receive autographed copy. Bonnie told me I should say autographed copy. She thought it kind of richened the experience. My book, The Totally Unscientific Study of the Search for Human Happiness. Or that you can choose anything from the store at Poundstone.com. Here's one of the items available at the store. This is a remarkably soft tri-polygon t-shirt with a self-portrait on the left breast and a memorable quote on the back that I always have to read because I can't remember it. It says, sometimes I really don't know what to say. I only wish that would stop me. And then it says, now that I've talked to Jonathan, I realize underneath I should put in parentheses, single. Because that's not going to change. All right. Now, before we begin, the other thing is that I'll have Jonathan and Craig, I'll have each of you choose a cat from the cats that Tony is about to show you.
Oh.
All right, so these are my cats, and you pick one, and if your cat interrupts in any way, knocks shit over, jumps up onto the beautiful set that I have here, pees on the wall, throws up, cries, fights, does any of the stuff that's so annoying that they do, then you earn a point. So please tell me which cat you want. I have these beautiful photographs with me that I'll clip to the side of your. So Craig, which cat do you want?
I was born on a Wednesday, so let's go with Wednesday.
Ooh. I'll make sure I've gotten to everything. I did the welcome. I explained the games. I showed the prizes. Went on cats. Okay, good. Oh, that's the wrong one.
I think I was born on a Wednesday. So we'll go with
somewhere on here, I put you guys' names. Where the hell did they go? Oh, I think I might have. Hold on. Shit. See, if I had some fancy set where you could just point to a light, and Carol Merrill did it. All right, I did have your name somewhere, but I think I accidentally threw them out. Okay, John and Craig. Okay, so Craig wants Wednesday. Just gotta find her here.
Even though I just double checked, it turns out I was born on a Tuesday. My mom lied to me.
You know what my mom told me?
With a Wednesday.
I think it was in one of those, intimate mother-daughter kind of quiet talks. She said that she had believed when she was, young, that if you douched with vinegar, it was like a contraceptive. And instead, I showed up. That's a beautiful story, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so Craig, you got Wednesday. I hate to say this to you, Craig, but Wednesday is a little on this elusive side. I was vacuuming, getting ready, because I knew you guys were coming, and she saw me, and my cat Brittle was laying right beside her. Brittle didn't budge, just laid there, because it's really hot, and so they hardly move. But Wednesday jumped up and ran away as if it had been her experience in the past that I just rolled over her with an upright vacuum. Which I haven't. I decided I'm going to start doing that to her. Like whenever I see her, I'm going to run away as if she's beaten me before, and she'll see how she likes it. Jonathan, who do you want?
Well, I was gonna pick Brittle, but you just said that she was sleeping, so I'm gonna go with Tonks. Tonks looks cute.
That's an
that one right there.
That's an informed choice, Jonathan. All right, here we go. Okay, now, I tell you what, Jonathan, we have to decide who goes first, and we'll do it by taking my dog Mo outside. I'm gonna throw a ball in the air for her. If she catches it with no bounces, you go first, Jonathan. And if she doesn't, then Craig goes first. All right?
All right.
Oh, no, how about this? If you choose, here's a better idea. If you're right, then you go first. And if you're wrong, then Craig goes first. So do you think Mo will catch the ball with no bounce?
There'll be a bounce.
You think there will be a bounce? Did you hear
Well,
that,
yep.
Paul? Okay, ready? Can you see her?
Yep.
Okay, here you go, Molly. Oh, okay, then Jonathan goes first because he correctly doubted my dog Mo. Sorry, Mo. Oh boy, the shame. I love the sound of the ball going right in her mouth with no. Just, love that. All right, so let's start. So Jonathan goes first. I have to find your question. Here it is. All right, ready, Jonathan?
Yep. I'm writing it down, right?
Yeah, you get, okay. Craig, I need you to write down the answer to this question. And Jonathan, what will be Craig's next tattoo?
Ooh, Craig's next tattoo. Well, it's definitely going to be something Disney themed. I'm pretty darn sure that it's going to be something Stitch themed. I'm going to go Stitch from the Disney movie Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch, sorry. Lilo. Whatever, Stitch is the star of it.
It depends which part of the country you're from, whether you call it Lilo.
It's a regional. Yes!
Did you show him? Did you show him, Craig? I missed it.
Yeah, it's right there.
Boy. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
No.
Space Puppy USA.
What is Space Puppy?
I call it, if you've seen the movie, Stitch is this little adorable monster from outer space that gets adopted as a dog by a little orphaned Hawaiian girl. And so she thinks it's a puppy. So I've always called him Space Puppy USA because he was fortunate enough to land in the United States, at least in the 90s. I guess he was fortunate. We don't.
He might want to move along now, particularly if he gets his puppy medications through the post office. He might want to just head back. That's 2 points for Jonathan for knowing Craig. All right, so Jonathan, write down the answer to this question. Craig, what food does Jonathan believe he introduced to his college in Michigan?
Whoa. Story. And I'm wondering if he can spell this.
Oh.
I know I'm going to get the right family of food, but I think it's chilaquiles, and I just really want to say that because I want to see if he can spell it if I'm right.
What food is it?
So close.
Enchiladas.
Oh, I don't
So
know. Wait,
I knew it was Mexican. Because I remember hearing the stories, but for some reason, yeah.
Hey,
Is
Jonathan.
Mexican food an answer?
Jonathan, talk so I can see you, because you'll pop up
Oh.
and talk, right?
There.
Oh, there we
Enchiladas.
go. Okay, now I have to confess that I knew that only because Tony had talked to Jonathan and knew that he believes he introduced to his college in Michigan. And I just find it really hard to believe that a white guy
Well,
is the link from
he
Michigan.
has a bit of a God complex.
Does he?
You
So no one at your school in Michigan, Jonathan? I mean, it's not like it was in the 20s. It's not like there hasn't been years and years of migration.
There was nobody at my dinner party, so it may be more reflection of who I invited. But everyone kept saying things like, "No, what's the difference between this and a burrito? This is called a what? An enchilada? It's not a taco. It's not a burrito. It's an enchilada." And I was like, "Yeah, it's like rolled different and it's wetter." People were like, "Okay, I think I got it."
Was your dinner party with people who had never left a cave?
No, but they definitely had never left the Midwest, so I'll give them that.
Heavens. But I mean, okay, no. Well, then they were lucky to have you, Jonathan. I know. What was the college in Michigan?
It was at Michigan State, and it was back in the early 2000s. So, they've come a long way there now. But at that point, there was only one Mexican restaurant and they used to have cottage cheese in their cheese dip. So that tells you something about that.
Ew.
And now at Michigan State, Wednesday is enchilada day.
Exactly.
Some people that have been there for a while also call it Jonathan Day. So you really left your mark there.
What a legacy.
Yeah. As our country becomes more diverse and hopefully we have opportunity for all of us, I think Jonathan is going to really be the face of that Hispanic opportunity. All right, here we go. Here's where to go. Oh, okay. Ready? Okay, John.
Both. He needs both.
So wait, so Craig didn't get the point.
No.
So sorry, Craig.
Oh, no, that's all right.
So close.
So wait, can I clarify? Does Craig currently have 0 points?
Yeah.
Who loves that, by the way?
0 points, senor. Yes.
Then again, I haven't I haven't led a group of naive Midwesterners to the promised land of enchilada town. Probably don't deserve.
It's such a sad story. I guess I haven't been to that part of Michigan. All right. So here's question number 2. Jonathan, here's your question. Craig, write down the answer to this question. Jonathan, wait, we're going to reverse the order of this. Instead, I'm going to ask Craig his question first. Okay? So Jonathan, write down the answer to this question. Okay, ready, Craig?
Yes.
Craig, E.T. really does exist. Jonathan found him and he let you see him. He looks just like E.T. in the movie. He says, ouch, just like E.T. in the movie. But he has no desire to go home. He stays at Jonathan's house watching E.T. on DVD and making a big mess every day. Does Jonathan A, call some government agency and report the existence of E.T., kind of turn him in, or does he B, bring him back to the woods where he found him and wish him well, or C, clean up after him and care for him selflessly?
Well, given the magnanimous heart he has to bring enchiladas to the Midwest, I would say it's probably very difficult for him to return this poor creature to the woods or to turn it over to Uncle Sam. So I'm going to go with C.
All right, Jonathan, which was it for you?
It was C for sure, no question.
Oh, look at that. Nice. All right, so
Wait,
Craig,
do I get points now?
no, you do. You get 2
I get points.
right?
How? Wow, look at that.
I just saw.
Finally.
I think I just saw
Finally.
E.T. behind the bush there at Jonathan's. Okay. All right. Now is Jonathan's question. So Craig, write down the answer to this question. Okay. Jonathan, Rocky really does exist. Craig found him, and he lets you see him. He really is the Italian stallion. At a barbecue at Craig's house, he pounds the shit out of the meat instead of cooking it. All right, I'm kidding. That was just fun to say. Here's the real question. Okay, so Craig, write down the answer to this question. Jonathan, keeping in mind that it is 2020, Craig is in a pet store and he sees Tippi Hedren come in and buy 2 lovebirds. Does he A, ask if he can take a selfie with her, B, run home and install metal flashing over all the windows and openings in his house, or C, does he quickly run off to sprinkle bird seed around the car of former Secretary of State of Florida, Catherine Harris? Do you want me to repeat those choices, Jonathan?
Well, he does pride himself on being social media friendly and hip with the young ones. So I think I'm going to go ahead and say A. I think he's going to go for a selfie.
All right, Craig, what was it?
Well, I wrote it and you think it was illegible, and you would think that's impossible with just a letter, but apparently not. And
No, I
it's
just
very
didn't go over it.
particularly because it's the letter that starts my name.
Oh, tough blow for Jonathan. No,
Although he's not wrong about the selfie thing. It's working with college kids. You become very adept at it. But yeah, there was, I live in Tallahassee, so I was in the, literally 2 blocks away from the Capitol in 2000, right? I was in graduate school. And I was at a function and I saw Katherine Harris in an elevator, and I, to this day, regret not metaphorically sort of punching her in the face and giving her a piece of my mind.
Just metaphorically.
Metaphorically, yeah. And
Yes.
then, yeah, she would have metaphorically gone down. Metaphorically. All right, you guys, I thought we should just check in and see if we can see Tonks or Wednesday anywhere. Now, you know, in fairness to both of you, oh, there's Tonks right there. Woo! So this is like fat and lazy time for cats because it's so goddamn hot. They just don't do anything. There's Wednesday right there. She'll do something because she sees me. She'll run away. That's Brittle snuggling with her. Okay,
Brittle,
wait.
I should 2 points.
Yeah, Brittle. Oh boy, Theo is right behind the set, threatening it. Okay, I thought we just. There's my cat Harrison laying on top of Tennessee and North Carolina. I always like to point out this. Every morning I get up and come in this room and I think, ah, shit, they threw up in the corner of the map. Which is, of course, easy to spot because, as any world traveler knows, Hawaii is in a box near just off the coast of Arizona. That's, you know, and by the way, Canada, not even represented. We just, a lot of young students now believe that the United States ends and then there's a big cat just north of us. That's my cat Oreo, who actually has recently gone blind, which, well, you know, I don't know much about, she's very old. I don't know much about blindness, but because I grew up in the 70s, I do know that every cop drama show ever made, towards the end of the series, maybe in the last season, either the head cop or his beloved assistant goes temporarily blind for an episode. And they go through a period of anger, and then usually a woman helps them get through it. And then by the end of the episode, their sight comes back. So we now refer to her as Officer Oreo. That's the episode she's in. But you know, she's just like the rest of us. She's so hot. I wanted to show you this, and I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, this isn't a business Zoom call. But I want to show you my bookcase because of this. See, this is a thesaurus that I bought years ago, and this must have been what made me buy it. Was this line on the back where they tell you, you know, compelling things that would make you select this thesaurus above all others. For example, it says usage examples at every main entry illustrate typical use. Well, that's helpful. Focus on current English usage. Well, that's very helpful. But here was the grabber for me. Appropriate for school or office. You know, how many times have you gone into work, opened your briefcase, taken out your thesaurus, and had someone say, that's inappropriate? So this one is appropriate for school or office. Is there a thesaurus that is not appropriate for school or office? I don't know that place. All right, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could show you. Well, I could show you this chair. Before the pandemic, I was hoping to have this chair restored. I didn't. Oh, and there's my cat. You know, Steph had the picture that you may recall from looking at the squares where he looked very angry, and you might have thought that was just that picture. No, look at him. He's just a really angry cat. No one really knows why. Just always has that grimace on. All right, let's just go back and check the scores. Because this is
James?
Oh, there goes Wednesday. Oh, sorry, Craig. That could have been if Wednesday had jumped up on something, that could have pulled you ahead, Craig. But as it is, it's Jonathan 2 and Craig 2. It's tied, ladies and gentlemen. And
no.
I know what you're all thinking right now. You're thinking, I'd rather watch opponentless baseball.
Isn't that called cricket?
Yes.
I've never seen a cricket match. All right, here we go. So now we're going to round 2.
Okay.
This is your 3-point question. This is your do you know if he knows question, okay? So Craig, Jonathan, here it is. So Jonathan, write down the answer to this question. What task do you do every Tuesday that you loathe? All right, so write that down. And now, here's how you will score the point is if you get this part of the question correct, which is, does Craig know the answer to that question?
Ready? No, he doesn't know the answer to the question. There's no way he knows this.
He doesn't know the answer?
I'm such a good person that I never tell anyone except Tony.
Oh, you are a good person. So no, Craig doesn't know. Craig, do you know what is the loathsome job that Jonathan has to do every Tuesday?
I don't think I do know, but I could probably hazard a guess.
Oh, go ahead, guess.
So it's not house cleaning related because he loves that stuff and it's immaculate in his house. So most people would think, it's doing the laundry or cleaning the kitchen. It's not that.
So I do want to point out that that's not a fake background behind Jonathan.
No,
he
it's
does
not.
have a lovely dwelling.
And it's not charity.
Not the trash.
No, it's not the trash. That's Friday or Thursday. It's towards the weekend.
Yep.
Jonathan likes to take out the trash Friday night, especially during the pandemic, because you can't go out dancing.
It's I don't know. It's probably, I don't know, some committee he has to sit on at work because, if his administrative work's anything like mine, there are some committees that are Kafka-esque.
Really?
In hiring.
Greg, what committee are you on that's Kafka-esque?
Well, right now I am on, I sit in so many meetings. It's probably because of the pandemic it feels this way, because like we're in a meeting, we make a plan for our campus, and then 2 days later it feels like, oh wait, we thought we were moving a plan forward, and lo and behold, we've just been pushed backwards. And so it's that thing.
So then you have to re-meet. Yeah,
exactly. And then it's an endless cycle that is.
But is there a particular committee that you're doing this with? What's the name of the committee that you're on?
What's the name of the person that chairs it?
Probably me. It seems like something I would peddle in. It's we have meetings about meetings, and I don't know that there's any one particular meeting that's doing that, but I don't know if you've ever sat in a meeting where it seems like the meeting is solely about having meetings.
Yeah, when I was a young adult, my father was driving me to the train station one time, and he said, I think I asked him what he was doing or something, and he said, well, I have to go to a meeting. And I said, well, what's the meeting for? And he said, to explain to someone why they can't come to the next meeting.
Exactly. Yeah, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So.
That was in the late 70s that I had that conversation with my father, and apparently meetings the communication in the meetings hasn't gotten any better. And who do we?
No, it's not. It's just gotten a lot more square since we moved to Zoom.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Jonathan, you were right that Craig didn't know, and that gives Jonathan 3 more points. Ooh.
Wow.
Jonathan drives into the lead. Okay, so.
But what does he hate to do?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Jonathan, sure, what do you need to do?
So cleaning up my neighbor's leaves. So my next door neighbors they're wonderful people, but they have a gardener come every Tuesday morning and they cut the leaves and then put all the leaves in my yard.
Wow.
Every
Oh,
Tuesday
my
morning,
God.
I go clean them up.
I can't believe they do that. You know what? That's it. I would move if I were you.
Neighbors are nice. You know why I don't know this? It's because when I come to visit, it's Thursday to Monday, usually. I'm never there on Tuesday.
You always wonder why he wouldn't let you come on a Tuesday.
He's like, you got to get out before I got to clean these damn leaves up.
Yeah.
Jonathan seems so nice, but Tuesday is his angry day.
Watch out, world.
All right, Craig, write down what subjects you got degrees in from Belmont in Nashville. Is it Belmont College?
It was when I started, and it was university when I left. I got an upgrade.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
Huh.
We had a really big thing when I was there. It made the jump from college to university, and we're one of the few college campuses in the South that has an outside carillon, a bell tower, and they actually played the Tchaikovsky 1812 overture for us. It's an outside concert with the way it's supposed to be done, with cannons and fireworks and a carillon. It was really cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was Trump visiting that day?
This would have been in 91, so it would have been Bush Sr.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Trump still thought it was for him. All right, Greg. He went into Belmont College and came out of Belmont University, and he got 2 degrees. So did you write those down, Craig? Oh, wait. Okay, so, and you're telling, I was covering it up like that would mean.
I know.
I hope you'll all join me for my tech webinar.
Yes, he knows this.
He does know this. All right. So did you write down what you got them in?
I can, real quick.
Yeah, that's how we keep you honest. All right, so Jonathan, do you know what Craig got degrees in?
Yes. So I always tease him that he got his degrees.
Wait. Watch this.
Still writing.
Watch this. I'm even gonna have the fake one written down.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
He got his degree in jazz hands.
Jazz hands?
Jazz hands.
Yeah, but it was actually a vocal performance, and then his PhD was in music theory.
Music theory.
Wow. What is commercial music? Or no, commercial vocal. What is that?
So most music and our harpist here, Michelle, can probably tone to this as well. A tone. It's a music pun. Good for me. It can probably this that when somebody goes to study music, it's the traditional music from the Western canon for the most part. Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, Haydn, from 1600 to 1920. Belmont, because in Nashville, it's literally dead ends at Music Row. You can also get degrees in commercial music, which they taught me how to be a background singer, basically, and to work in studios and that sort of thing. And I actually sang on award shows, and I was in a music video, and I learned how to make jazz hands.
Wow. You actually had a class in oud?
Yeah, I learned, it's called the Nashville Number System, and you actually learn how to read numbers and sing behind singers and go ooh and ah and whatnot. It's very true.
I think Mary Travers was just self-taught. All right, well, so that means Craig was right that Jonathan knew. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen. It's a tie. Now, we've done a lot of practice shows, you guys, believe it or not, but we've never had a tie before, but I do have an instruction here about what to do if there's a tie. Tony may have forgotten to tell you, you each pay me $1,000.
You have a Venmo.
Did she tell you that?
No.
Yeah, she warned me. She warned me in advance.
All right. Perhaps you should have read the terms and conditions more carefully instead of just clicking submit. I'll make an exception for this one time since I'm really enjoying both of you. I'm going to go to the kitchen, open a can of cat food, and whoever's cat comes to the bowl first is
Excellent thinking.
Tiebreaker.
Nice.
So we're looking for Jonathan. Who's your cat again?
Tom.
Tonks.
All right, we're looking for Tonks or Wednesday. Uh-oh. All right, let's see. Yum. Uh-oh. It's too bad nobody chose Harrison. There's Severus. All right, hold it. No Tonks, no Wednesday. All right, I'm gonna try one more trick. We go to the cabinet where we keep the catnip. Put out some nip.
Wow.
Wow, it is a hot day. Oh, wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. This would be the only time this has ever happened. Wednesday came in to eat. So was that you, Craig? You were Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wow. Boy, that was down to the wire. That was like a buzzer ball 3-pointer. That's it. Craig gets the final point because Wednesday came in to eat for the tiebreaker. Craig, you got 6 points. You can choose any item you want from the store, and I want to thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Jonathan Bowman. If you guys enjoyed yourselves, you can tip me $1 at, I don't know, Tony will put up the thing that it is. It's I don't know, it's
PaulaPoundstone.com/tip jar. It's in the chat.
Oh, it's in the chat. There you have it. Love one another with all your heart. Stay 6 feet apart and don't let yourself get lonely. If you need to talk, my phone number is 310-828-0431. I don't always answer the phone, but if I do and you're on the other end, we'll talk. Thanks so much for joining us. Take care. Thanks again, Craig.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stephanie, Mike, Robin. Thank you very much. Bye, Michelle. Thank you.